Hello, welcome to my discussion on evaluating performance. Today we're going to look at the gross profit percentage, sometimes called the gross margin ratio. Our goal today is to learn how to evaluate how profitable a business is and monitor any changes in their gross profit percentage and gross margin ratio. It's an important ratio because even a small change can have a big impact on the bottom line. And of course, this is a measure of profitability. Our formula is to take gross profit off the income statement and divide it off of net sales off the income statement. No need to average anything in this ratio because everything's coming from the same financial statement. I'd like to take a kind of a different format when we look at this for a minute. This is one of those ratios where it's almost easier to think of an income statement than it is to remember the formula, perhaps. If you assign net sales to be 100% and then say what each cost of goods sold and gross profit is compared to that, I've used some pretty easy numbers to catch it. You can see right away that cost of goods sold is running 60% of gross profit, or net sales, so gross profit must be running 40% of gross sales. So our gross profit or gross margin ratio is 40%. If you used our formula, gross profit over net sales would be the 40,000 divided by 100,000, leaving you with 40%. So whether you choose to remember the formula or the income statement presentation of this, it's not a tough ratio to calculate. Now remember, gross profit's what you have left to cover all of your remaining expenses. And so just even a little change in this number can be a big indicator of a big change on the bottom line, meaning net income. So this is one of our most widely watched profitability ratios. Outside investors can take our financial statements and they can analyze our profitability. I start spelling bad if I talk ahead. So they can use them to analyze our profitability and help them make the decisions on if they want to invest in us or not. Again, one ratio taken over a period of time is just a number. But when you look at a trend and compare it with the industry averages, you can get a real feel for how your business is doing. So we calculate the gross profit or gross margin and we look at it over a period of time. Or we do comparisons with our industry competitors, and we get a feel for how we think a business is doing. As a general rule, gross profit runs pretty constant. You have a policy for marking up sales, and it is what it is. But from time to time, you get a shift in it, and those are certainly worth noting because you can use them. They have great predictive value. So, there's our discussion on gross profit ratio. Thanks so much for joining me today.